And I think that regardless of what it is, you need to know what it is. I mean, you need to know how many people you're actually reaching. And that's the kind of finding, I mean, that's probably the single most significant finding that we got out of the study. And I've used that dozens of times. I mean, before that, we just didn't know. And now I can point to this research, and it's now 4 years old, but people still think that it's relevant. And when we talk about, why the arts are important here and how many people the arts reach, why it's important that we have more support for the arts, talk about the way in which the arts community really is a vital part of our community here. Being able to cite that statistic and know with a high degree of confidence that you are in the right ballpark is, I think, really, really useful. Organizations that wrestled with the information, that took some time with it, that kind of really absorbed it, didn't just read it once and say, oh, well, that's interesting, and toss it aside and forget about it, but actually spent some time with it and tried to use it. I think a lot of them found some great success. I mean, my favorite story specifically is about an organization, the Heartland Men's Chorus. And it's a small organization, and I had not seen their executive director for a while. And we were at a lunch meeting together, and the subject came up. And this was in a setting in which there were, probably a dozen different arts organizations represented. And I asked Rick about the use of the study, and he started into a story. And I honestly didn't know where the story was going. I wasn't sure if the information had been useful or not. And he said, well, we took that information, and it indicated that we had a high potential crossover with the Unicorn Theater, which is one of our smaller, more experimental, avant-garde theater organizations here. He said the results indicated that their subscribers were probably a lot like our subscribers. We didn't currently have a lot of them coming from, we could tell, but we thought that there was a good chance they might be interested in what we were doing. So Rick goes on with the story. He says, I spent, for 2 years, I sent them probably 12 or 13 or 14 different mailings. And I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop here. I was waiting for him to say, and it was a huge disaster. And instead he said, and our ticket sales are way up. We have been able to, because we cultivated that audience, because we went back to them time and time again, we found that there was an interest there, and we now have got a lot of new subscribers as a result of our efforts to market directly to that audience. And I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, in the world in which most arts organizations function, where they don't have enough marketing resources, they're really not sure what's going to work and what's not going to work. The study gave Rick the insight that he needed to understand that this is a potential that should be developed. And then he had the confidence to pursue that and to pursue it over a period of time.